Luke, the double tender engine, always loves his branch line. Always loves his branch line, and his favourite destination of his branch line was the beautiful bridge. This bridge was the same bridge, and first it was Hank that went on it while he was too heavy and nearly fell down, and James rescued him. And second was when Spencer first got his number 67, he came off the rails and damaged himself and onto an old wall where it was unknown to him, and now it was decorated and beautiful and it finally belonged to Luke's branch line. Luke always loved his favourite branch line, but can sometimes talk too much about it. And his 3 favourite jobs: Farmer McColl's farm chickens, the logs from Henry's forest, and rocks from the quarry, and it's always his favourite job on his branch line. Until one day, Billy and the engines were talking about what Luke was still like with him. Said Bert, who even cares, by the way? This engine can sometimes talk boring, and sometimes he can be all right. Don't you think, Nert? Yes, said Nert. Who even cares, by the way? Exactly, said Toby. And who's going to make him stop all this? Well, anyway, said Billy, who even cares? I just want to, who knows, said Billy. And with that, while he was at Wellsworth Station, the guard blew his whistle, and Billy was sorry to say this to the engines. I'm sorry to say this, my friends, he said, but it's my guard's whistle, and I can't talk because of my passenger train and my guard's whistle. Goodbye then, and Billy puffed away. Later, when he finished his passenger train, Billy had an idea. He said, I know an idea, he said to himself. Why don't Luke and I change branch lines? I hope you won't mind, he said. And with that, Billy puffed away to talk to Luke. He found Luke and decided to talk. Luke, he said, I want to talk to you. What do you want? Said Luke. This isn't different because of me. We were friends, remember? Well, I still look different than you. You were once this so nice when we first had you on our railway, and now you became too boastful. It's time I'm different than you. What? Said Luke. You're not different than me. That means you want me and you to change branch lines with one another. Pah, he said. We want to, said Billy, because besides, you're too boastful enough to be with me. Really boastful. But Luke was so annoyed, he was so angry with Billy. He said, who even cares? I'm not in the mood for it, and already you're just, like, upsetting me all the time, and never making it very, very brilliant fab for me. Now go away, he said. And with that, Luke puffed away. He was feeling really upset. Said Billy. What sort of could I think? And with that, he was too awkward and too predictable. And with that, Billy had enough. He didn't know what to do, but it was either going to be now, tonight, or tomorrow morning, or someday. Said Billy. I don't know why, and he did not. Night came, and Billy was still working at the yards at night, checking if someone is all right. He was checking on Thomas because Thomas normally sleeps inside the Boulder Mountain tunnel. And with that, he saw that Bash was coming, and with that, Billy decided to move out of the way while they won't cause an accident while Bash was puffing away with the breakdown train. He was feeling very tired, and he was having a very long day on the island of Sodor. He said, what could possibly be? He decided to have a long journey back to his home, but he decided to have a long journey back to his home when he didn't know that he was on Luke's branch line. There was Luke going too fast. He knew what was happening. He realized that he had no driver and fireman, and now the trucks were pushing him too fast. "Help!" said Luke. Oh my goodness," said Billy. "What's happening?" Luke applied his brakes, and with that, they nearly crashed into one another, but they also bumped into one another now. "Ow," said Billy. What? You mean, what did you do? What did I do that for?" said Luke. "You're not supposed to be on my branch line." "I was just checking on the yards," said Billy. That was the fat controllers. Because the fat controller told me it's my nighttime job tonight to do this. That is why you're still here." Grumbled Luke. "I had enough, and already you're just keeping the trucks waiting. And back off." "You back off," said Luke. But they were saying back off to one another. They were arguing, and the truck started complaining. Oh, come on," said Scruffy. "Why don't we just step on it and go home?" he said. "Oh, who knows," said Luke. And they all didn't know what to do. They were feeling very ashamed with themselves. Billy already backed off, and Luke puffed away. Luke didn't know what he was still like about this, and Billy was still shocked now. He didn't know what to say, and with that he didn't say a word. After next morning, they were never arguing again, but still friends though, and Luke will always rely on his job, and his reputation as a double-tender engine is superb, while he always does his job really cool and fab, and always that he is a very good friend to the Sodor engines, but always that he keeps his job done without fuss. He's always good at everything, so superb on the island of Sodor, and it was always his favourite job. And always he keeps a good lookout above himself around dangerous destinations, like the broken track on the Boulder Mountain Bridge, and always keeps warnings above himself. And with that, Luke knows now that he is still not messing with Billy, but Billy knows that. And with that, Luke was not aggressive anymore, no matter what he was like. And with that, he will always carry on with his job, and everyone always likes him because he's the most foundation of this railway on the island of Sodor, and they all agreed that as well. So does everyone, like Ned. He was feeling very pleased. Even Billy, who is the most happiest of all.